Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I am Raju Upadhyay from CIMAGE College, Patna, Department of Data. So today I'm going to talk about Java scanner class. That means how we can take the input from user and we can store it in the class instance variable and how we can explain. Although in Java, there are 4 different ways by which you can take the input. But the most convenient way is of taking input through scanner class. So scanner class is of java.util package. And basically it is used for reading input data from different sources like input stream, from the users, from the file, and from other sources as well. So a scanner class provides various kind of methods that allow us read the input of different types. Obviously, we have learned there are so many different data types available in the Java. So let's say if you want to take the input for integer data type, int data type, I am talking about the int primitive data type. So there is a method inside the scanner class called nextInt. If you want to take the input for float data type, float primitive data type, we are having a method called nextFloat. Likewise, if you want to take the input in Boolean data type, so you have the method called nextBoolean. If you want to take the input, single word input, we are having a next method. If you want to take the input which consists of multiple words, for that we are having a method called nextLine. If you want to take the input as byte type, so method is nextByte. Likewise, we are having a next double for double, next short for the short data type, and next long for long data type, right? So these are the common methods, although there are so many other methods also, but these are the common methods by which we can take the input from the user and we can store it into the variable, right? So now we are going to discuss practically. So I'm going to take you to my screen. So I'm going to share my screen to everyone. So I'm going to have the small demonstration how we can create a scanner class object and how we can take the input into the instance variable of a class, right? So for that, what I can do is I have to import first the scanner class, right? So in order to import it, so we have to write a statement called import followed by the class name along with the package name. So as I already discussed, so there is this scanner class is available in the java.util package. So we'll be writing java.util class name is scanner, right? And then we have to start writing a class. So let's say I'm going to write a class as class followed by any class name, like I'm having a class called person. And within this class, I'm going to write first instance variable. So I'm assuming that I'm going to take the input for person name, their gender, as well as age. So for that, we'll create a string class object called name, right? Then we can create another variable called gender. As a gender, we can write male or female. Then we'll be having a byte type variable called age. Why I have taken a byte type? Because byte type takes only 1 byte for storing a value. And obviously, if you are going to accept the age of a person cannot be more than 120, something like that. So obviously, being a very good programmer, the efficient programmer are those who are consuming less space in the memory and they are utilizing their program properly. So obviously, why I'm going to waste 4 bytes if I'm able to store the age of a person just by consuming the 1 byte. So that is why I've taken byte, right? So I've taken only 3 variables: name, gender, as well as byte, right? Now, as we need to create some sort of functions in which we have to take the input, and there would be another function where we'll display the data. So I'm going to create a function method, public void method name is input. That means here I'm going to take the input. Now within this, first of all, we have to create an object of scanner class. So let us create it. Scanner followed by, say, reference variable name is s equal to new scanner. Now we have to specify out here from where it is going to take the input, right? But what is the source from where it is going to take the input? Obviously, it is going to take the input from the keyboard. For that, we are having something called system.in. So we need to write this. So that way, we have created object of scanner class, and now this is going to help us to take the input from the user, right, from the keyboard. So first of all, I'm going to take the A's as a input, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prompt to the user to enter the A's. For that, we can have system dot out dot println, and then I'm going to prompt to the user enter your A's, right? And after writing this enter your A's, we have to take the input. So in order to take the input, my scanner class reference variable is s. So I'll be writing s dot next byte, because we are going to take the data in byte form. And whatever data you will enter, that will be stored in a variable called is. So we must declare, we must use this is variable out here. And after that, there is a purpose behind why I wanted to explain something else. That is why I have taken entry in is, right? Then I'm going to define it uh, for name. So here I'll write again. I'll take this. Now I'm going to prompt to the user, please enter your name. Now user is going to enter name. For that, we have declared instance variable called name equal to s dot next line. Because I have to enter the username which can have multiple words. That is why I have taken the next line. Then next, I'm going to take the input as user gender, right? For that also, I'm prompting to user to enter the gender. And in order to accept the value in gender, again, gender can have the single word, either male or female. It doesn't have multi-words, right? So what I can do is, we can take a variable for gender is already declared gender equal to, we'll write s dot next, only next function, because I have to enter single word, right? The entry part has been done. Now we have to display the data. In order to display the data, we are having another method called display. So let us write it. Public void display. And within this, I'm going to display all enter data, right? So in order to display it again, I'll be making use of system.out.println. Then we'll write some sort of caption here. My name is, whatever name you have entered, that you can concatenate here just by writing the plus name. Accordingly, you can write. Let me take a copy of it. Now here I can say my gender is here. We can specify the variable for gender. Then we can have my age is, for the age we have a variable called age, right? So this much is there in the display method. Now the very important thing is that we have to write a main method, right? Because this is very essential to start a program, to run a program. So write public static void main. The required parameter is string followed by name of the array. Whatever name you want to give, I've given ARGs. That is a short form of arguments. You can have any name, right? So first of all, we have to create an object of this particular class, okay, where we have written an entire code. So in order to create a class, I'll be writing person. The object is, let's say, person name can be anything. Let's say I have created a reference variable name is P equal to new class name is person. And then once the object got created through this particular object, right, we can accept first input method, then we will display the data through the display method. So first of all, we have to take the input from the user, right? So what I have done is I'll be calling that function method by writing p dot input, right? It is going to call input method. Then we'll write p dot display to get the display method. Right. Now, we need to save this file. So obviously, I'll be saving a file with the name of person. Right. So what I can do is, I'll go for file, save as, or save. It takes me to the place where I wanted to save it. So let's say I wanted to save it in T drive. And my file, so source file would be Java source file. Here, I have to write down the name of a class, because by the name of the class only we have to save the file. Then we saved it. Once we have saved it, we can compile it. So in order to compile it, I have to go to the CMD. So here I can say Java C followed by name of the class, that is called person.java. If you have any sort of typing mistake, it will be notified. So my program doesn't have any sort of error. So directly we have got next prompt. Now we have to run it. Java followed by name of the class. Now here you have to notice one thing. Let's say I'm going to enter the age of a person. Let's say the age of a person is 20. The moment I hit the enter key, you can notice out here, it doesn't ask me to enter my name or person name. Directly it is waiting for gender, right? So there is a problem. So whenever you enter non-string value first, and then if you are going to enter the string value, and moreover that string value has multi-words, so you have to take a special care of. That means whenever you have taken the input as a number, your cursor is placed just after the number entered. It doesn't go to the next line. In order to bring it into the next line, what modification I have to do in the program? Let us see. So I'm going to come out from the program. Now, here, just after the age, I have to write here reference variable of scanner, that is S dot next line. Right. It breaks your line. We have to write down this. Once you write like this, and then if you save and recompile your application again, it doesn't have any sort of error. So again, I need to recompile it. And now I'm going to run it. But let us clear the screen. Then I'm going to run this. Now see the difference. I've entered age of a person as, let's say, 23. Name of the person is Alan Simpson. So I've taken the multi-word as a name. Then it is asking for the gender. So I'm going to write it as male. So here I'm able to get the proper data from the input as an input from the keyboard, as well as all whatever data we have entered, we are able to display it on the screen. Right. So this is a very, very small demo of how we can take the input from the user into a Java program. So that's all for the day today. So I hope you must have liked this particular entire session. You must have understood what is a scanner class, what is the use of scanner class, what are the functions available in the scanner class, and how we can implement that scanner class in a program in order to take the input from the user. So if you like the video, please press on like button. If you have not subscribed this channel, you do subscribe. If you want, you can share with your friends. And in order to get the early notification, you can press on bell icon. And at the last, I would request to everyone, please submit your feedback in the comment section. If you have any sort of doubts related to this, you can have a question. I'll revert back to you as soon as possible. So thanks again for watching this. So I'll see you soon with the next video.